The fate of this 6-year-old Cuban boy, Elian Gonzalez, was one of the most divisive international custody battles ever seen. After months of legal wrangling, the US Attorney General ruled that he should be sent back to Cuba with his father. His relatives in Miami refused to give him up.
They got the boy. They got the boy. They took the boy. They're getting the boy.
Millions around the world watched on television as armed FBI agents stormed the house to take Elian Gonzalez away. This Associated Press photograph of a terrified boy about to be pulled from a bedroom closet won a Pulitzer Prize. Elian and his father, Juan Miguel Gonzalez, returned home to a hero's welcome. He'd become a household name in Cuba and around the world. But once the celebrations died down, the Cuban government made every effort to let this boy grow up away from the spotlight. There were the occasional photo opportunities, such as celebrating his 10th birthday with Cuba's leader Fidel Castro, and later marking the 10th anniversary of his return, this time with President Raul Castro.
Aquí me siento en cama, me siento feliz.
Elian Gonzalez is now 20 years old, and in a rare and exclusive interview, he told me about his memories of those fateful days in Miami.
El poco recuerdo que tengo no fueron momentos muy felices hasta el momento en que pude ver a mi papá.
The little I can recall, those moments were not that happy ones till I saw my father. Those are dark moments I try not to remember. And once I met again with my father, I had difficult moments because it was difficult of a 6-year-old child seeing himself surrounded by people shouting his name and ask, where do they know me from? What do I represent? It was a senseless act, an unfair act, that of unleashing a struggle to separate a father from his son, because that was not a political issue, as they wanted to pretend it to be. It was a family issue. A father wanted to be with his son. That child had lost his mother and had no other choice.
Did you ever have any regrets about returning to Cuba?
Nunca me he arrepentido de estar en Cuba.
I have never regretted being in Cuba. Perhaps if I were in the United States, I might have many material things, many more than what I have now, which are not many more than the love that my people have given me. For the United States, I was a political figure. For those people who shouted outside my uncle's home, I was a means to topple the revolution. However, for the Cuban people, I am a part of the family. I would not change the affection of the Cuban people for millions of dollars, or the love that I perceive when I am with my father.
We met in Havana's Revolution Square with its imposing giant bust of Che Guevara. A fitting setting, since today Elian Gonzalez is a committed communist and a fierce defender of the Cuban Revolution. He's also a huge fan of Fidel Castro.
Fidel lo es todo. Fidel es mi abuelo. Fidel es mi padre. Fidel es mi amigo.
Fidel is everything. Fidel is my grandfather. Fidel is my father. Fidel is my friend. Fidel is God for those whose religion is that of prosperity, of demanding a fairer and more humane world.
Exigir un mundo más justo y más humano.
The day we met, Elian Gonzalez had been a guest at the launch of a multimedia exhibition by one of Fidel Castro's personal photographers, Roberto Chile. Along with pictures of Cuba's former leader, there were video displays of some of the photographer's favorite moments with Fidel. This included a visit he made to see the young Elian Gonzalez shortly after his return.
I was also watching those images, the whole video about the first encounter as he spoke to me, though at that moment I was not able to realize the importance of that friendship. Afterwards, we continued to see each other. We shared long hours together like a grandfather and his grandson. For instance, if I had good grades, he would immediately know because some people would report to him. And that was like having Fidel's support, and I felt proud and full of affection, which he offered to me.
This and subsequent encounters with Fidel Castro were to make a lasting impression on young Elian Gonzalez.
¡Viva Fidel! ¡Pioneros por el comunismo!
Cuando yo terminaba el sexto grado, que me graduaba.
When I was finishing 6th grade, concluding elementary studies, Fidel attended my graduation and then visited my home. It was one of the happiest moments I ever had when I heard him say that he considered me his friend. And he stayed until 5 in the morning in my home. Spending those hours with Fidel is seeing time fly in just minutes, since Fidel always has something new to talk about, a new idea to teach. Sitting down and speaking with Fidel is talking about food, economy, agriculture, model airplane making, outer space. You can speak about everything with Fidel. If you sit at dinner with him, he may explain to you how wine is made. And if what you have for dinner is just an egg, Fidel then tells you about the calories and the nutritional elements of that egg.
Todas las calorías y todo el aporte nutricional que te va a dar ese huevo.
Elian Gonzalez comes from the small coastal town of Cárdenas in Matanzas province. It's about 140 kilometers from the capital, Havana. On his return from the United States, he came straight back to Cárdenas, trying to live as normal a life as possible. While Elian stayed out of the limelight, his father, Juan Miguel, became a hero in his own right for not defecting while in the United States, and has since become a deputy in Cuba's parliament, the National Assembly. The family are evangelical Christians, and on the 10th anniversary of Elian's return, President Fidel Castro attended a church service marking the occasion. Today, Elian Gonzalez is studying industrial engineering at university and looks destined for a career in the army, having attended a military high school. He's also a member of the Union of Young Communists. In 2013, Elian celebrated his 20th birthday in Ecuador. He was part of an official delegation to the World Youth Festival there, his first trip abroad since the custody battle. Now, for the first time, he's starting to take on a more public role.
No me acompaña ninguna ansia de poder ni de fama.
I have no aspirations of power, fame. I do not like fame. This is maybe what thousands of people, let's say singers, actors, pursue during their lives. But it is something I detest, because it was something that they gave me without asking for it. And it was this fame that only served to thwart my social life, so I do not like it. What I like is to live my life as natural as possible, graduate from university and serve the revolution as a revolutionary young man in whatever is needed.
Elian Gonzalez may not seek fame or attention, but it's something he'll find hard to avoid.
America's Now